place to be.
Nah, dog, you're real heavy in my vibes with them shades there, for real, you know. Like, I tell you could have told me from the start to bring my shades, because you know I is a shades man. But you ain't tell me that. I know you're sitting down here in your shades.
No.
Without me.
I can do the intro to the podcast, right? And just remind you why I could wear shades and you can't.
Yeah.
Here, Roots! Welcome to the jungle. King Roots Jungle, starring King Roots, the Roots King, the number one Roots man. This is my podcast. And today, my guest. He's the guest, I'm the host. Yohan, the Trini man. How you doing?
I'm good, man.
You can speak into the mic, sir.
Oh, sorry, I good, man. I feel done a little bit shades less, right? Because I feel they could have been a little warning from before.
What you said I do to you, vibes?
You heavy it, though.
Heavier vibes. Boy, dog, boy. Listen, don't I talking in this still Trini accent. Listen.
That was not a good impression.
I got two very favorite Trini people that I like to watch these days. My man Certified Samson and his brethren Junior Lee.
Yeah, he funny.
Yeah, listen, they make sporty, boy. They make sporty. And I can see the difference in their comedy as well because Jamel Sampson, he's more of an actor, you know, playing these different roles, bringing these characters to life. Whereas Junior Lee is more of the stand-up comedian. I see him doing stand-up comedy, but he's more of the comedy, the storytelling of it. Because I find a lot of his skits, he's be himself, you know, as playing the character. Whereas Jamel Sampson, he's be doing different characters. So is art nonetheless, and two Trini fellas that making the world laugh. So how you feel about that, man? How you feel that the Trini accent is going global? It's not just double M. It's not just he flying the Trini flag, and you, of course. you got these two men. Yes, we take what I use. Watch two of them.
Yeah, dog. They're real funny in truth, and I enjoy what they have. I especially enjoy Junior Lee, though. He's made me laugh all the time. I can't remember which one. I'd see the stand-up comedy you're doing Toronto when he had put it on his Instagram. But the other skits and things like that, he's really hit the nail on the head with it. And not funny. Get Jackie Jacket.
Yeah, big at them, man. I like them, man. So.
But you was funny in school too, you know.
It wasn't funny. It was hilarious.
Okay, my bad. Sorry.
Everything I did was like hilarious. Even, and I recall those days when I entered the football field because you know I was a substitute.
Yeah.
And I would enter the football field to rapturous applause. I know it was ironic applause because everybody was like, "Where this fat man going? He can't play no football." Hey, mate, Lord. But
I feel that was in your head.
I know it wasn't totally poor. I know it wasn't a total lost cause. I'll be chewing gum. Come.
Sorry, I wanted my breath to be fresh for the...
For whom?
The mic, dog.
Listen, come, man. You saying with that gum, man.
Alright, let me pause for a minute there now.
Nah, we ain't pausing.
So what you want me to do? You want me to get up?
You got tissue in your pocket. You got tissue in your pocket.
No, I do not, dog.
I can't believe I met you company and you got chewing gum, you know?
Sounds like we have some production issues here. Imagine you invite me somewhere, right? You see me come here with gum, and then you vex about an hour after.
I want people to see my shirt.
It's a nice shirt in truth. Does you want to buy it?
Guess where I buy this?
You can buy that, but I'll give you that.
You ain't give me this.
Let me get the winner.
Oh, you don't want me to set you up for a little victory there. Sorry about that.
Where you get that one from?
I buy this one in Times Square, man. I see the Hard Rock store, right? And I was like, let me just go in here. I didn't expect to buy anything. He said, let me just go in here and see what I got. I was going to buy like a key ring or something, a pair of socks. Then I go on, the first thing that my eyes latch on to is Bob Marley. You know, like, I'm a bit of a Bob Marley fan.
I could have barely tell.
Yeah. Only a little bit, though. Not too much. But I see these shirts and I was like, I needed to have one. They had a medium. There's a large. But if they had medium, would I get the medium? But I said large. I said, I was going to leave it out, you know. I said, Nicholas, you can really leave it out, this shirt.
No, you can't do it.
I said, and when if I call myself Nicholas, it's be like serious business. With the gum? It's still emo?
Yeah.
All right, don't be chewing it on the podcast, though.
I'll try my best.
I was like, Nicholas, you can really leave Times Square with this shirt. And I was like, no, I'm not. So I ran back and some other things.
So, quick question: you refer to yourself as Nicholas, or you just call yourself Berber?
In serious situations, I say Nicholas, and then I say Roots man, or I say Berber man, Berber boy. Yeah.
You know, I've never heard anybody call you Nicholas except you.
Some people just call me Nicholas. People that know me from back in the day, before Combamere. Combamere convolute everything. Combamere just decided, no, you don't look like a Nicholas. You look like a Maitland. And that's what we can call you. Even some of our old teachers, when they see me, just call me Maitland. They don't be like, hi Nicholas, hi Nick. Hey Maitland, hi Maitland.
Well, that's your name too, though.
We don't guilty of that, Mr. Small.
Mr. Small, yeah.
I call he coach, or he's like, yeah, Maitland. All the time, Maitland. So, like, Maitland is just my name, you know. I love it to bed in a little bit. So, I look like a Nicholas and a Maitland is a dichotomy that not much people can pull off. So, how you been, man? What's the latest, man? I see you in a little while.
Well...
I see it a little while, man. What's the latest? What's going on work wise, personal life wise? Don't tell me too much, but what's the latest, man?
Life's been going. You have your ups and your downs. Fight through the downs. Celebrate some of the ups. And you battle towards your goals.
This year was a little stressful, but all in all, it's been a good year so far. After the first 6 months, at least.
You know what? I am still here, and that's the important part. Really and truly, dog, is like, as I say, right? Every time you get a chance to wake up in the morning, anytime you get a chance to do something that you care about or you want to work towards, that's something to celebrate, especially if you put your best effort forward, and that day you will be able to, progress.
Yeah.
You gotta try and do it. I mean, everybody's be fighting some bitter internal battles and internal demons, but as a part of life too, is if you're growing, it's going to be challenging. You grow against the gradient. You had to go up. You had to fight to get there.
Yeah.
And sometimes you might take a tumble down. But, excuse me, sorry. Sometimes you really had to ask yourself, I really had time to be feeling bad or anything like that about myself.
Yeah.
I should have stuff to do and have goals to get. So I start back on and I start riding. I was real kind of all over the place there, right? But
I was following you, so I know our listeners and our viewers are following you as well. So overall, you've been more so practicing gratitude than thinking about all the things that maybe are going not the way you want it to go. Because it's all about our reaction to things. It's not things. And I learned a lot from you. You introduced me to a lot of things, including the manosphere. And I think you were one of the first people that mentioned Stoicism to me as well, Marcus Aurelius.
Yeah, man. That's one of my favorite people in history.
I think that was you as well. So, sometimes it's easy to pass on information to people, especially when it's fresh in our minds and, especially when we now discover it. But we got to make sure, not saying that you're not doing this, but we got to make sure that even in those moments, we remember the stuff that we learned, and we learned from our friends and stuff. And it's all about your reaction to things. Things are going to happen.
Yeah.
But it's all about your reaction to it and how quickly you can pivot and, make the best out of maybe an unsavory situation. So, but how's it been in business? I know you're in business, dealing with employees, paying NIS. I hope you're paying NIS. Anyhow, that's a discussion for you and the tax man. But how's that been though? How's it been, the transition from being an employee for so long to now managing employees and having employees that got children and they may not be doing the best work, but you ain't want to fed them neither because they got mouths to feed. How's that being a manager and being responsible for people and obviously an establishment in itself?
Right.
I see a lot of traffic, pun intended.
A lot of traffic, right? Exactly. You see a lot of everything there, boy. But really and truly, I try and lead through kindness and accountability, for whatever better word. Kindness, focus, accountability. Because really and truly, kindness is what keep bad vibes away. As a matter of fact, when anything good happen to you, it always starts with the thought of kindness. That's why I was trying to lead with that. And then when it comes to focus, you had to really drill in or help people to understand or see the bigger picture, right? It ain't only about making sure X, Y, Z get through. It's also trying to make sure the person doing X, Y, Z feel confident doing X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
And excel at doing X, Y, Z.
Exactly.
So it's like, it's not only like the whole management of people and things like that. It's more than just telling folks what to do. You gotta be for want of a better word, a leader, and you had to understand that you're working with people, you're not working with positions. You ain't working with somebody you ain't working with a Mason. My last name might be Mason, but the truth is, no, that's a human being. You gotta treat them, you gotta, deal with them like there's a human being is. And like, I guess as an employee, right, I see like some bullshit, to be honest. When it comes to managers dealing with HR issues or stuff like that, I'm not going to go into any depth or details with it. But I try and learn from those things. So if I see somebody do something and it come off wrong, I try and blacklist that on anything I do and be like, I am never going to be like that.
Right.
Because there's no sense in repeating a pattern that is clearly toxic or not, there's no positivity that comes out of it.
So you think you're a good boss? On a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being super boss, you are what?
I think I try my best.
So your employees would say what?
I think they would speak their mind honestly. But
speak into the mic, sir. That's what you want you to do.
Oh, sorry.
Speak into the mic honestly. Let me raise that for you.
Hold on. Like that. Oh, this.
Oh yeah, I like that better. You sound good there.
I sound good there.
Yeah, perfect.
I sound good. Really and truly,
hard boss.
I can't. I think if you were to ask them any of what their opinion is, I think they would say something positive. But I would never ask them that unless I know there's a couple of them that would tell me the honest truth and the full truth. I know for sure I could ask them and they would say it. And again, as I say, right, I am perfect. So even if I have mistakes, I'm always receptive towards criticism. So it's just like, okay, cool. That's what I need to work on. Maybe how I send my messages across or the tone I use at times. That's something I could work on. And yeah, really and truly I can get perfect one time, but I can try and get it done. So I guess on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll probably give myself like 6 or 7 because I have plenty to learn.
Okay.
Not that my interpersonal skills are horrible.
But there's still more that you must learn and master.
Yeah, man. So it's like when you're training somebody to do like a role or something like that, right? You gotta understand that mistakes will happen. Yes. And when mistakes do happen, you can't. This might sound completely or I don't want to use the word hypocritical, but this would sound surprising coming from me. But you can't freak out when something goes wrong. Yeah,
that does sound hypocritical coming from
you. I know
you don't freak out. You get real shrilly. Your voices get real shrill and high pitched.
I don't think so. I think you're painting a wrong picture.
Nah, your voices get real high pitched. When you excited, when you like kind of freaking out too, you get real
That's happened when I'm watching football. Though.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
That's different.
But it's the same reaction though. But when you are highly emotional, whether good or bad, your voices get real shrieky.
You find so right.
You fight so right. Listen, I can be mocking you the whole episode. Listen, man. So tell me though, in 250 words or less, your journey from Trinidad to Barbados, from Diego Martin to Barbados. You left Diego Martin, Trinidad at what age? You can remember? 6 or 7.
Yeah.
You came here, you went to People's Cathedral.
That's true.
And then you went to Combamere.
That's true.
You went to UE for a little bit.
That's true.
FIT?
Florida Institute of Tech.
And then you went somewhere else after that? You just went FIT, right? Or you went to somewhere else? Yes, so a lot of education, but the mere fact that you came through Barbados, obviously you and all the men intersected at Cormier, and we built a lasting friendship for sure. But tell me about that timeline coming to Barbados. Why did you first come? Why did you and the family come? And, generally, how it's been.
I can't tell you why I come, dog. I was 6.
Your father, they working? Father had a job?
Yeah. It was me and my mom's. So we came across to Barbados.
Just you and your mother?
Yeah.
So your father, your brother was born at this time?
No, not
so,
yet.
So your father was just home?
My father was in TNT. He had a job in TNT.
Right. So, so tell me then, why you and moms come over?
Fish cakes, dog. Easy fish cakes. Because how you could ask my boy at 6 years old why he make a move.
So why when you come across, what your mother was doing?
I don't know. She was always in the IT field, man. So I think she got a huge break at I can't remember the company, but basically she came across here.
Mm-hmm.
And since she came across here, I came across here because that's my parents. So I had to follow what they're doing. So yeah.
So why? You know why you were ever told why later why you didn't stay with your dad in Trinidad and why you came to Barbados?
Yes. But I can't remember.
Okay, cool. So how was the settling in process for you at school? You left one school, obviously. You were going to school in Trinidad. You had friends. Any of those friends in Trinidad you still talk to? Like, you still get contact with?
Actually.
Because that would be like, because you left them at like 4. I mean, you still go back, obviously. So
actually.
But any of them you still know that you were early primary school with?
I have 2 friends from Montessori school still,
Which is like preschool?
Yeah.
And they're still in Trinidad?
Yeah, they live in the same, we used to live in the same neighborhood, so.
So they ever left and like were in college and in the States when you were in the States or anything that you could link up like that? Or ever came to Barbados?
I think one of them came to Barbados a time. Yeah, for sure. One of them came to Barbados a time, but generally, no. I don't think I ever met them in the States or any other place.
Oh, okay.
But when I go to TNT, I see them. So.
Oh, that's good. They still live in.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
You
got air or you got cough?
I think it was a cough.
You want a beverage? You have a beverage?
Yeah, that would be
nice. You came with a beverage?
No, I didn't come with a
beverage.
So
mid-podcast, I got gap and get you water?
Well, that's what hostess do for you guests. As I teach all everything, I thought Bajan hospitality was the best. Yeah, people. This is our beverage break, and today we, in the meanwhile, will find something to talk about. And that's the end of our beverage break.
It beastly cold here.
Oh, watch what you bring for me, please. I asked him out for some water and he bring ice.
They got water in there, look. Got water in there that could drink.
Thank you, Nicholas.
If you did,
I appreciate it.
If you did there in the Thursday one day, because you got water there. It's cool. Might give you a brain freeze, but it there.
Brain freeze. That's a real bad song from. Yes.
Yeah.
I can't remember the names, There's at the top of my head.
Lead Pipe.
Right.
That's the name you can remember?
Yes.
Easy name, sir?
Yeah.
Anyhow, how was the transition when you came to Barbados? If I drink the ice water here first. Wet your throat a little bit.
That's some good water.
Tastes
though.
good, yeah. Fresh.
Fresh.
It's Zephyr Hills.
Tastes nice.
Tastes fresh, yeah. Only the best for my guests.
Only best for your guests. I can respect that.
Respect.
Yeah, boy. That is water there, boy. That
is water there, boy.
No, relax with that.
I done. That's the last one.
You sure? You sure?
No.
Okay,
I got 2 more at least.
I appreciate the honesty.
But you can leave them for much later. So you forget and I probably get 2 more after that. Right, so how was the transition coming to the school? I mean, you don't speak like us. You don't look like us. You look new to everybody. How was that? How long it took you to like get bed in and get friends and stuff?
Okay, I come when I was in class 1. So 1 to 4 years. Then secondary school was another 6 years. So that was about 10 years of school there, right?
Uh-huh.
For 10 years of school, I was known as a foreign adult. Nobody ever really fully accepted me into there. It was just like, I was a foreign adult. Every single time. No, don't even remember my name. It's just Trini.
You don't even when they introduce you on the podcast, just not introduce you as Yohan, the Trini man.
Exactly. I don't mind it, because I like it.
But no. But this is the thing. I don't know if it happens in other Caribbean countries, but Barbadians for sure. There's a football coach called Wayne Williams.
Mm-hmm.
You know he's Trini.
No.
He's Trinidadian,
okay.
But his nickname is Trini. Trini? Like how much Trinidadians have got? 1.3 million or something like that? Out of all the Trinis that there are, once you are a Trini in Barbados and you're around a group of people, you are the Trini. You are Trini.
Yeah, it's true. And the funniest thing about it is when I go back into Trinidad, it's Copa Beach. So I just don't belong to nobody. It's like I like the flying fish dog. It's just going in between, right?
So you don't belong to nobody.
That's okay. I prefer.
So who you claiming then? You have a Trinidad passport?
Yes, I do.
You ain't got a Bajan one though. Are you a Bajan citizen?
Yes. Damn.
So you got one of the new ID cards?
Kind of, sort of.
You got one or not?
I have Barbadian identification.
You got Bajan ID card because you turned 16 when you was here.
Yeah.
2009. No, 2009.
Sometime around there.
I remember you 16th birthday is a big birthday though, you know. That was a big day. That was one of the biggest days, not just for you, but for all of your friends. You know that though? Your 16th birthday, 2009. That was a massive birthday.
I'll be completely real with you.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of things that I go through that had a lot of celebratory vibes around it. It's really hard for me to remember.
Anyhow, I remember though.
You remember?
That was a great day. I smiled from my heart, honestly.
Why did you smile?
Huh?
Why did you smile?
Anyhow, this is my podcast. I ask you questions.
Okay.
So since you come from Trinidad, you've always been known as a Trini. You've always been the outsider. Tell me about Trini Carnival and Crop Over. Now, you've experienced Crop Over. I think you've experienced Trini Carnival. Maybe not. I've experienced Trini Carnival. What do you say about the two carnivals and which is better?
Really and truly, I really can't tell you which one is better. Because regardless, wherever I go, I just enjoy myself. That's the truth.
Yeah, all right. Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
9 out of 10 times, it's the truth, though, because it is what it is.
And this is Yohan starter pack for when he getting a party. He's got some beads wrong in there. I know where he get beads from. Last time I see some, he has some beads.
Don't.
He's got a chemise, a blouse, a shirt that got buttons. He's got about 4 open. He's got the bottom 2 button. Maybe. He's got a big chain on. Short pants with the cuff roller.
That sound like me.
Some shoes, some lower cut shoes. That's your hand starter pack.
You just conjure this in your mind at some point in time because I know we went out and I do that entire attire.
I see you somewhere like that, like a nice button-up shirt on, dude. I probably thinking about Island Mass.
Yeah, probably Island Mass.
Just a nice button-up shirt on, dude.
Nice vibes,
he
right?
like showing the chest, you know. Man like showing the chest.
Yeah, I would have.
Question though, should a man shave his chest or no?
Completely up to you.
You shave yours?
Huh?
You shave yours?
That's a real personal question.
I shave mine. I shave my chest.
Yours.
I shave my chest.
To be a chested.
I shave my chest.
Okay, cool.
you can't
Big
tell
up
me.
yourself, dog. Big up yourself.
All right, Trini. So Trini Carnival, Crop Over. You've experienced them in depth though, both of them.
Not really, because really and truly, whenever I had the chance to finally experience TNT Carnival as an adult, life just get in the way, boy. Which is a real poor excuse.
That's a belch or cough this time.
Still a cough.
You want more water?
I think I do.
You want to take some more? Drink some more.
Yeah, but
you say it's embarrassing as a Trini person?
Yeah, because everybody's go home for Carnival, but every single time from the time I was in university, midterms falling at that time, so I can't really skip it. And I I really believe in bad karma. So like other ones that was wrong, I used to say, "Oh God, my grandmother dead for the third time. Can't go for the third time.
Aunt dead or
something."
Like
so dog, I don't like that vibe.
No,
I don't like calling that from people, dog.
I don't like telling lies. I don't like
dog.
Things,
It's a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing, and that's the truth though. A lot of the stuff, even we work here in Barbados, it's always had something real hectic, like a beginning of the year project going on or something like that. So I really didn't have the chance to experience it as an adult, but it's be a good time.
Okay.
But to be very fair, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can't really give a strong opinion on a lot. Well, let me not say that. Let me continue to the next one.
Okay, let's continue on the podcast. King Roots the Roots King, the number one Roots man, alongside the Trini man, Yohan. We gotta find a new nickname for you somehow. Listen though, speaking of Trinidad, Barbados, a lot of people were affected recently by Hurricane Beryl. Me and know where dirty stinking Beryl come from, but Beryl come to offset things early in July. Big man, normally when it's come around August, September, you come down the people pipeline early in July. How were you during Beryl? You contacted your Caribbean people, your people back home. How was everybody that you interacted with during and after Beryl?
Well, most of the people that everything cool there.
Yo, mind your business and answer your question, man.
In fact, that's a little bit.
I asked you about
that rude. Apologize.
Sorry about that.
But now, man,
tell me about Beryl.
Most of the folks that are contacted, they responded. They seem to be doing okay. Which is a good vibe. But actually, the first hurricane that come off the belt there will be a category 5 dog. That don't make no sense,
man.
We suffering dog.
Just so?
It's climate change caused by really bad operational practices.
You are an engineer, right? You're an engineer.
Yeah.
Now, I've seen a lot of people talking about global warming, climate change being a cause of the hurricanes, right? I've seen these arguments a lot. I am not sure, and I don't want to just jump on the bandwagon. I don't have the knowledge. Do you have some of that knowledge as an engineer, as a scientist? Can you corroborate what these people are saying? What are the reasons, or what is the reason for all these hurricanes and all this bad weather and everything?
Really?
Explain global warming to me in light of these hurricanes, if it is truly the cause.
From a very, very surface level explanation, due to, I guess you could call it operational practices and the byproducts of manufacturing, because the world, especially bigger countries, they are huge mass producers of let's say products and items. So basically, during that process, a byproduct and a waste product of carbon is generally emitted because of how they're using oils, gas, fires, fossil fuels to be able to power machines and to be able to get the work you want done as a form of energy. And because the oil is the main source of energy, and when you have energy, it is the power to do and to power yourself forward. The byproduct would always be carbon in the air. So that's where you get the whole idea of carbon footprint.
And
when that goes into the air, it destroys the ozone, and then from there it rips open a hole within the
protective layer
of the earth, and then when the sunlight hits those holes, intensifies the heat that we experience. That hits the seas. The seas cause the hot seas cause the formation, or not the formation, but the
feed the hurricanes.
Yeah, the intense strengthening of the hurricanes, and that's where we are now.
Wow.
It is.
Thanks for breaking that down for the King Roots Jungle audience.
Yeah, man. It's
good to have a scientist on here.
I'm an engineer.
So you're not a scientist?
No, scientist is a scientist. An engineer is an engineer. Respects.
Thank you, sir. Now, what can we do as human race. I see a lot of the world leaders, especially in our neck of the woods, our prime minister included, petitioning, pleading with a lot of the big powers to, help in this situation. But what is the solution? You mentioned bad practices, heating up the world, carbon. What was the solution? Was the reversal, perhaps?
Well, here's the thing, right? You could find many ways of curbing the issues that we have, or at least decreasing them. But regardless of what solutions you put in place, the root cause of majority of these problems is not based in science or engineering. It's based in humanity. The real reason all these problems start is because of greed. So you do malpractice, for want of a better word, to put out more, to make more money, and as a result, you just jeopardize the lives of a good set of people, and honestly, you literally made the world a worse place, right? But since you really ain't have no what's your word looking for? You have no way
conscience, or no way to reverse it, or
you don't have no way to reverse greed, because of you tell people, okay, reduce the carbon footprint. You know what companies going to do? They say, yeah, man, okay, cool. We would put in these practices that would, or reduce. What's a good word to say? Make more
recyclable, or make things from recycled products.
Sure. Let's say they do that, right? And then they say, okay, that brings down our carbon footprint, right? Quote unquote. But really and truly, you just how do I explain it, man? It's like cheating the system to get a tax break, right? That's basically what some of the other places do, and they continue their practices. But then no, because you did something to quote unquote offset your theoretical carbon footprint, not the practical one that you have. It would then be on books saying, hey, well, they are doing this, that's fine, and now go along and continue, because according to the numbers, you're in the green because of how we offset it. But eventually, nah, man, to be able to change that, you're gonna have to be able to put some stuff in place, which is I'm having a hard time articulating what I want to say, because a lot of ideas are popping up into my head.
Your brain moving faster than your mouth.
And that is such a terrible thing.
Slow down, brother. I'm listening to everything you're saying. The people are listening to you as well.
Yeah, but sounding really, really jumbled right now.
No, you sound good. You thinking too much about what you sounding. Think about what you want to say and say. You're making a lot of sense. You see how hot the place is? There ain't even no more ice in there.
Yeah, that's true, boy.
You didn't know complaining. That they will break the ear now. That how hot that is there now. That will break the ear in your stomach. Don't break ear in here though.
I had a cough.
Don't break the ear.
But
so what? How can we cannot reverse greed? The greed for the green, we can't reverse it.
I like that one. But yeah, that's really and truly where most of the issues that we face lie. Is really and truly the intention of what people are doing things for. So it's like, okay, are you changing the way you're doing stuff to assist, or are you doing it to say, yeah, I did it, get off my back, and right? Yeah. Which more than likely, most times is the latter, especially when you're dealing with huge corporations that are making in billions from their manufacturing. But yeah, man, it's like something that's really, when you really scratch it and think about it, it don't really make much sense.
What's that?
The mass production of electric vehicles. It's still using the same things, right? To put out.
It's the same process.
Right. So you're having the same byproducts going into the atmosphere to put out a car.
That probably putting out less, No.
The car will do less damage.
Yeah.
To the atmosphere, because it's not there's very little, for want of a better word, carbon emissions coming from it.
But what about the whole process before the car even gets on the road?
Exactly.
The ships that got to take it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you really care about the carbon emissions that are going on into the road, you know what you should do?
Well,
fix the transport systems.
Yes.
Mass transport. Very, very efficient mass transport. Takes away from people having to use personal cars.
I've been saying for years that Barbados should be a place where mass transport like that is accessible and is reliable, because we just a small little island, you know. It's nice to got your little car, your little skate, and you could go from here to there at any time you feel like, the convenience is lovely. But really and truly, if we work in town, you know, we should not be, you know, driving to town. There should be a reliable service to Bridgetown, to the capital, to all the major cities, to and from, that you can rely on. So I've always thought so, and I think that would help us. But then, no, we got electric buses, so maybe that was brought in for that sole purpose as well, to ease the transportation system. But yeah, man, big yourself. Listen, Yohan, I want to get into a serious part of the podcast here.
No problem.
Serious party podcast.
Serious.
I want to salute 3 football people who passed from us recently. Notice that death is coming threes.
Yep. Oh,
so
yeah, I know.
I want to drink a little more of that water. Your voice no crack there, so I want perfect voices on the podcast at all times.
Sorry.
David Ward, Coach David Ward, he passed from us earlier this year, a few months ago. George Lascaris, he's a famed former administrator at the Barbados Football Association. And then my good friend, Mr. Cab Lane, Kenville Lane, passed from us about a week ago as well. Cab for sure is somebody that I travel with a lot. He was even my roommate at one point in time in Panama. And we remained close since then. That was 2022. We remained very close since then. I'll definitely miss him a lot. So rest in peace to them, and condolences to all their families as well, who are still dealing with their passing. Even after the funeral, you know. After the funeral, we might give the people our condolences and sign the book. But them is go home and still got to deal with that pain and that emptiness. So remember all those who have loved ones passed from us, and remember them in your prayers and your thoughts. Also, the guy that collapsed and died in the Pine, Denton, I think his name is Anthony Brathwaite. They call him Denton. I went to his barbershop at least once in my life. I spent a lot of time in the Pine, and I think he cut my hair. So big up to you, Denton. I think you did a good job at that time as well. So big up to you, and rest in peace as well. Very sad circumstances. Whenever people leave the midst of us, it is sad. You agree?
Yeah, no.
But we must remember them with fondness. And, remember the lives they lived. Remember that they were loaned to us from Almighty God. And, just try our best to honor their legacy. So rest in peace, Cav. Rest in peace, Coach Ward. Rest in peace, George. Rest in peace, Denton. Big at yourself. Or in this case, magnify thyself. My cousin Orville too, man. Orville Maxwell. Glenroy Maxwell.
Yeah, you told me.
OG Maxwell, man. You know who's Gigger than Boo? I know he's a Trini man, but you don't know what Gigger than Boo.
No.
Gigger than Boo was a little skit thing, you said, thing. And my man, we named him Patrick Maxwell. That's my cousin too. He's a big one.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, I used to go to school at primary. Just going to tell everybody, Gigger is my cousin. That's my cousin.
You used to feel like a star.
Yeah. I was a star now, though, so I know how I felt. I was always a star.
That's prepping.
I was always a star.
Always a star.
I was always made for the limelight. I was destined to be a rock star.
Yeah, I could see it.
You could see it.
Yeah, I agree with you.
A lot of people tell me so. So yeah, my cousin Orville, my biggest Orville, passed away at 89 years old. He would have been 90 in, I think, November. So, October. Yeah, I think October.
Don't look at me. You're supposed to know though.
I think October.
October, you sure?
I think October. He's born in 1934.
1938.
Yeah, so he live a full life. So big it yourself, Orville, and we see you again on that peaceful shore. Listen, Yohan,
Yes, sir.
I had to ask somebody today. What are you laughing at? What happened?
That was the weirdest transition I've ever seen in my life.
You mean you slam, don't you?
It works though, it works.
Oh. I still being serious though.
Sorry.
What are you dealing with? Listen, I want to talk about the homicides in Barbados recently.
That's a really serious topic, dog.
And you gotta start laughing because
I really tried to, but it's like
you gonna start eventually. But I mean, like, really and truly, I mean, it's probably something to laugh at. It's probably laughable.
It's not laughable.
How our society has descended into this madness now. Whenever you hear about bad boys, especially getting killed, you always think, "Oh, this is gonna be vendetta. Somebody can come back and take revenge." But I mean, like, it's been 28 weeks, I think, so far in the year, and we've had about 28 homicides.
That's like one per week, though.
Because for me, hearing about these Barbadians, all these people killing, and thing is like, number one, we're not just wait till the World Cup they're done to deal with everybody that they need dealing with. And number two, I feel a little bit unsafe. Number three, I feel like where all these guns and bombs and all these things coming from is a lot that you got to answer. It's like suppose I had children and suppose I see a lot of young children leaving primary schools, catching van and things by themselves, walking by themselves. There are a lot of parents who not leave the children, but trust the children to be out in the world by themselves. It's like, is our Barbados safe? You thinking about Trinidad and all these things? Is Trinidad safe? As Yohan said, lead with kindness.
It comes from one of my favorite characters.
We running out of time as well, so hurry up.
Right, cool. Thanks. So it comes from one of my favorite mythical characters, right? Or fictional characters, I should say. It was just like...
All right, you're running down the words now. I tell you hurry up, but take your time and talk. I'm having so much fun with Yohan. He's testing my nerves, but he's also entertaining me. We can go have a part two. I talk about all the things. We ain't got talk. We got serious things that we got to talk about.
Serious stuff.
Anyhow, you proceed.
All right. Before I was interrupted more than once
by the host.
Host. It was a saying. I think it's Lord of the Rings. To say all great evil is basically subdued with kindness from the everyday person, and I think that's really and truly where we have to start looking at stuff. I find like a lot of the people today, like millennials, Gen Z, sometimes the guys before us, they're extremely self-centered, and it's only a case where you're only thinking about yourself. And you gotta understand that the Caribbean and the present Caribbean, we rose from not only rebellion but the idea of community. Everyone was together. That's how we always got through all the hardest times.
Yeah.
And it's only through that we would really tap into the essence of who we are, what we represent, and basically go back to how things are when it was good. It's really and truly our strength always came from looking out for the person next to you, accepting the person as family, understanding that, hey, I hear you here, we the same thing. I Barbadian, you Barbadian, not really. But the idea is that your neighbor is your brother and you just look out for your brother. Everybody is your brother keeper. So it's like, we got to get back to that. And we got to start leading with kindness. And after kindness, you have consideration. But because just because somebody, I don't know, have a war with you or something like that, it does not mean you have to react physically. It doesn't even mean you have to react at times. It just look for the positive in everything, you know? Look for the positive side. And
you drop an F-bomb, but I will look for the positive side in that as well. Well said, Yohan. I think that we have to go back to the feeling of community.
Yeah. And
especially in our small island developing states, in our small countries, you have to stick together and stop killing one another. Stop the fussing and the fighting. Listen, we getting old. Yohan. Yeah. We're on the other side of 30 now. In fact, you 30 yet? Yes, you are. Yes, you see that John Cena retired?
Yeah.
Look at yourself, John Cena. Happy retirement. And then we got some footballers retired. Thiago, former Barcelona player. You would have seen Thiago's debut, I'm sure.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And Toni Kroos, big German. Both of them retired. So big all the men that retire. I currently retired too. I might come out to retirement soon.
I think Di Maria's last game is Sunday as well.
Okay. But before we get there, before we leave, we got the Euro 2024 finals. And we also got the Copa America finals 2024 on Sunday. Quickly, Yohan, in 250 words or less, Euro finals, tell me what you thought about the tournament up to this point.
Honestly, the tournaments, it was a bit boring, but they had moments of serious excitement and class. I got most of that coming from Spain and also from, I would say, 1 second, brother. Yeah, that's a...
You had a cough again? Don't drink no more water, though. We soon finish.
Don't drink no more water.
Talk to me.
No. They had its burst of excitement, but I think like at a level, on a, I would say excitement level, it wasn't as good as I thought it would be. Also, the big teams play really pragmatic football this toss, right? So I would say that would be England, France. I would even go on to say, mainly England and France, who we're talking about because they have a plethora of talent, and it's argued that their coaches can't get the best out of them. But then you look at Spain and DLF, or even who's another team that played? Georgia. Georgia played some good football.
So tell me then, who's winning Sunday? English or Spanish?
There's what I would prefer to see. I would prefer to see Spain win, but eventually this England team is a funny one. You can't really count them out.
I'm on the fence because I usually go with when it comes to tournaments, I always look for teams that are unbeaten. Spain unbeaten for a while. England though, second consecutive European final, another semi-final they got to. This might be it for this team. They might finally get over the hump. So I'm on the fence there. So you're going for Spain though?
Yeah, Lamine on the team. Look, I had to support.
Lamine on the team, if you know what I mean. So let's move on to Copa America then. Before we get out of here, we got 3 more minutes to get out of here.
Yeah, well, all right.
Copa America. What you thought about the Copa America?
Copa America was always that's a fun time. It's always excitement. South American football and South American flair on a whole is, I think that's what kind of brings the happiness in football. And
yes.
I absolutely loved it. It was Colombia, Uruguay, Argentina, Canada.
Canada impressed me in some moments. Yes.
Yeah, Canada was.
And I love that
Jesse Marsh, man.
These senior players have been moved on, and they've replaced them with capable younger players, and it shows that there's a development going on in Canadian soccer. Yeah. Remember, in the next 2 years, they're going to host the FIFA World Cup, so they will have a presence there. So I know that they're working in the next 2 years to make sure they have a good team and represent themselves well. Remember, the World Cup going up to 48 teams as well, so there's a bigger chance for them to make it further in the tournament and stuff. So big at Canada, man, knocked out by Argentina, the world champions. Julian Alvarez and Lionel Messi scoring 2 of the best players in the world who I love to watch. So who's winning? Uruguay knocked out by Colombia. Colombia's another one. Haven't lost in over 2 years. Last time they lost was to the same Argentina just before the World Cup. Who's winning the Copa Crown?
Oh boy, sometimes they could romanticize football, right? Or any sport, as a matter of fact. And I think as far as legends go, both Di Maria and Messi, Di Maria for certain, this is going to be his last game for Argentina. And this might be Messi's last Copa America.
So who's winning the game, Yohan?
I think it's going to be Argentina. I would prefer them to think, because Copa America is Di Maria and Messi's swan song in Copa America. So unlike Toni Kroos, they're gonna they're gonna finish their career there with something.
Yeah, straight shot there to Toni Kroos though.
No, he could take that.
Oh, okay.
He's a big man.
Yeah. Oh, okay, that was a little rude of you. Anyway, Yohan, man, I feel that's everything I had to talk about today.
Yeah,
I think that's everything. We talked for about almost an hour, 5 more seconds, and we talked for an hour. You had points in time this evening that you had me a little upset. No, only one
What do you
point.
mean? But
I was
that
trying
was
to be-
your fault.
I was
That
trying
was
to get
your
a
fault.
serious soundbite out of you regarding a serious situation happening currently in Barbados. And listen,
Mainland, you know me for 10 years. You know me for 10 years, dog. Anytime you say, be serious, you know damn well I can laugh. That's what's getting me, that's what pissed me off, dog. You know that that's a trigger for me. Like, be serious. Of course, you know I can laugh.
Alright, Yohan. That's true. And that's my fault. But in the end, you still got back serious and gave me a nice little anecdote regarding what we were speaking of. So
Yeah.
thank you very much, my brother. Thank you for being here. Hopefully next time you will come prepared with something serious to say, because I like to leave the people with some serious sound bites. So, okay, you might laughing again. Listen, I can't do it.
This is the same way how it was in school. This is the same way how it was in school.
Tell the people like and subscribe and follow Roots Jungle on IG.
Like and subscribe. Follow Roots Jungle on IG, where we talk serious.
We talk serious Bajan commentary, Bajan sports and social commentary for the people then.
Yes.
Big up Trinidad. Big up all of my Trini people, especially all the people.
Especially, right? Because you know nobody.
No, I know people. I
You
just
know
didn't want to
people.
call nobody.
You didn't want to call any names.
I didn't want to call
You just call my full government name on this thing. But
me, Yohan Roach.
yeah.
Yohan, I know your middle name too, you know.
You proud of yourself?
I always proud of myself.
Alright, cool.
That's a big one, big man. You feel that one? I find that that's my catchphrase. I just be like, I's a big man. I's a big one, big man. You feel that one? You know what I mean? Cause I just feel that people just don't understand. Are you massive?
Yeah, I like it, dog. Self-fulfilling prophecies and all that. It's like
That always be about manifestation.
manifestation.
Visualize, emphasize, and actualize. You?
Visualize, emphasize, actualize.
Yeah, don't you?
Visualize, emphasize, actualize. VEA.
Actualize.
Actualize.
And look at that, boy. You visualize it,
Mm-hmm.
you emphasize it with your mouth,
Mm-hmm.
and then you actualize it, like you bring it into being.
Mm-hmm. You come up with that one by yourself. But yeah, I rate it.
Y'all give me right
I
hand.
don't want to do the right time. Sorry.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
See you later.
All
Make
right.
it yourself.
Thanks for having me.
Tell them, like and subscribe.
Like
follow.
and subscribe.
Follow
And
on IG.
follow.